Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, How to Stop Manifesting Separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. What's going on, Pile 1? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We are back doing another pick a card love reading and tapping into your person's thoughts and feelings towards you right now. We're also going to find out like what their next action more than likely is going to be towards you at this point in time. So stay tuned towards the end of the reading for that. Pile 1, you guys were drawn to, oh, and just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading, right? Whatever resonates, take it, leave with it. If it doesn't resonate, drop it, leave it for the people that it's resonating for. I do have personal readings available. Check the description box below for all the booking details. There are a lot of readings to choose from in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25. So fine, go check them out, see which one most fits your needs. Okay. I have a feeling your person is wanting to like get to the good part already, because that's basically what I almost just did. I almost just like got right to the reading, right? And I kind of have a feeling that's me tapping into your person's energy. They're wanting to kind of like skip a few steps, you know what I mean, when it comes to this connection. We'll see what's going on here, but you guys were drawn, yeah, and then they fumbled it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys were drawn to the citrine, the natural citrine. So I'm already channeling some of your person stuff. First of all, there's a lot of things that they're wanting to talk to you about. They might miss talking to you just in general. And so like, you know, regardless of what ends up happening, whether you do or don't end up seeing each other again, if you do end up hearing from this person again, just expect for them to have a lot to say. Like, they're going to want to catch up with you. There's a lot they want to talk to you about. And many of you, it's just, they just miss talking to you. Okay. You made them feel like they love being in your presence and they love being in your company. For some of you, they may even see you as somebody that's on par with what they would consider to be a best friend, whether or not they actually like voiced that to you. They almost consider you to be like very close to them. So this is speaking of like a close bond. I'm seeing the sun. Of course, we do have, you know, a citrine here. I'm also seeing the 6 of Cups, and what's really being highlighted here is the children on those cards. And so your person just, something about you really resonates with their inner child. They feel safe with you. They feel nurtured. Okay, a lot of channeling coming through. Y'all's connection is pretty open, regardless of what's going on in the 3D between the two of you. Let's get their overall energy, their overall thoughts and energy towards you. And then what this card's going to be at the very end is finding out what action they're going to take. We got movement. We also have shadow. And I just heard inertia. What does that mean? Inertia. Inertia. I mean, I gotta look it up. Okay. What does inertia definition? Okay. Yeah, it says resistance or disinclination to motion, action, or change. Okay, which it's interesting because we do have movement here, right? Which in this card it talks about forward movement, progress. Then we have shadow, and that might be where the inertia is coming from, because this is kind of speaking to your person, pile one, wanting to take action towards you, wanting there to be movement in this connection. And the word correction just wanted to come through. So there, something might need to be, and that may be where the shadow is coming in. Some corrective measures are needing to go down here in this connection. This is how your person is feeling and what they're thinking. They may feel like they need to, you know, make something right with you, maybe set the record straight. Give me a minute, you guys. Let me go ahead and get their thoughts and feelings out to figure out how a lot of this is factoring in. I am sensing some confusion in their energy, though. Let's see. We're going to move these over here. Pile one's person. What are your honest, true thoughts and feelings towards pile one at this point in time, please? I want this more than you know. Okay. Your honest thoughts and feelings towards pile one at this time. Let's spend more quality time together. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Again, and here's that shadow stuff coming into play with these skeletons or staying in the closet. Your person, pile one, has a fear. Back of the deck energy here is relenting because you keep pressuring me, not because it's what I want. It's showing up at the back of the deck, though, so it's not the strongest of energies. Okay, so, you know, your person has, this is like real. This is a real fear that your person has about, you know, spending more quality time with you, which they want to do, okay? It's here on the board. They want to spend more quality time with you, but I almost feel like there's a part of them that they have hidden, are keeping hidden, not wanting you to know about, that they're afraid of, that if they spend more time with you, bring you more into like their world, right, you're gonna find out about some of the things. You're going to find out about whatever these skeletons are that your person is not wanting you to know about. Okay, your person's got some secrets they're wanting, that they have, that they're wanting to keep hidden. There could be some behaviors they're not wanting you to know about. Let's find out, though. And remember I said something about the Six of Cups earlier? Yeah, this could be something, possibly whatever the skeleton or skeleton, whatever that is referring to, could be something stemming from childhood. Okay, but let's find out. Tell me more. Tell me more about these skeletons in the closet. We got they can be mean, like really mean. Maybe you haven't really seen the extent of their anger yet. They can be very cold. They can be very calculating. There's the devil in the reverse. I need to... Very cold and very calculating. They may have some habits they don't want you to know about. Um, there could be, yeah, and I feel like that may be what they're keeping in the shadows. The shadows can talk about too, you know, fears and insecurities. Your person, is there a mask here that your person is not wanting you to see beneath? I'm trying to keep the information as general as possible. So I will say there does seem to be some behaviors that your person may, this could talk about addiction too, but there could just also be maybe some behaviors that your person's not wanting you to see, okay? Addictions included. With the devil in the reverse though, it doesn't feel like whatever it is, whatever the skeletons are, may not actually be that big of a deal to you. Like your person might be actually making, I'm hearing monsters. They got monsters in their closet. So they could be putting way more emphasis on whatever those things are. Like if there's some of these things you might hear about and you'd be like, either you already are kind of aware of it, pile one, and or you'd be like, you know, yeah, it might be an issue, but it's not a deal breaker, because your person is treating these like deal breakers, whatever these skeletons, or they're saying monsters, okay? They're saying they're seeing them as possible deal breakers, but if they were to actually talk to you about it, you probably wouldn't even think it was that big of a deal. But I will say, definitely with the King of Swords in the reverse, your person has a mean, mean tongue. Okay, that's a side of them that they don't want you to see. They definitely don't want you to experience that. Okay, let's see. Let's find out what's going on with I Want This More Than You Know. Tell me more about I Want This More Than You Know. Oh, I just heard that song from Jodeci. You got me fiending, okay? Fiending. You guys, pile one, your person is in their feelings over you. I was already channeling that before I even turned any of these cards over. The minute I tapped into them, they had a lot to say. Your person wants to talk to you, pile one. They really enjoy being in your presence. Your energy does something very, like your energy revitalizes them, it heals them. This is how your person's feeling. Just, they may not know to put it in wording like that, but your person does notice, like anytime you're around, you give them, you give them a jolt, you give them a boost, right? You just kind of revitalize things. And they have noticed and recognized that, okay, consciously. They clocked that. Tell me more about I Want This More Than You Know. You're the Queen of Wands. Ooh, fire. Okay, heavy fire energy coming through. Aries, Leo, Sag, all right? They want your attention, pile one. Your attention does something to them. When you are focused on them, when you are, you know, whatever it is that you do with this person, it does something to them. It does, okay? And that's why they're wanting to spend more quality time with you. I feel like that's what they're talking about. Like they want more quality time with you, more than you know, okay? Whatever it is you guys have been doing up until this point, it feels like they're not satisfied with it. They want more. They want more of your energy. They want more of your quality time. They want more exposure to your presence. It's like when you are paying attention to them and you're focused on them and whatever, right? It nourishes them in some way, so much so that they want more of it, okay? They want more of your time, more of your attention, but physical proximity. They want to be in your physical presence, okay? And yeah, for those of you where you went there with that person, they definitely want more of that, you know, sexual intimacy with you, definitely. You've done something to them is what they're saying. You've done something to them. But with the Knight of Wands in the reverse, though, they don't feel, for whatever reason, like they quite match up. They don't quite measure up to you. But it is something that they're willing and wanting to work on with shadow here, you know? They don't want to just be a taker in this connection. They want to be able to give back to you in the ways that you're giving back to them. Maybe in different ways, right? Maybe in different ways. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, given this energy now, we're going to find out, pile one, what action are they more than likely to take? We're going to put your lovely citrine up there. We have willing. You guys are clumsy. Is your person clumsy? That's another thing too. They're a little bit trepidatious that they're going to fumble you or mess things up. That may be why, especially if you were kind of experiencing this person with very inconsistent patterns of behavior, inconsistent patterns of reaching out or communication. Your person doesn't really think too highly of themselves, especially when they're thinking of themselves in comparison to you. Okay? They know they're not matching your energy. They know that they are leaving a lot of it up to you. But with shadow here and what we're in, and these skeletons are staying in the closet, there's an inner struggle going on with your person, pile one, because whatever it is with these skeletons, they don't want you to experience that, and they don't want you to know about it, experience it. There's a very ugly side. This is how your person feels about themselves, that your person feels like there's a very ugly side to themselves that they don't want you to see. They feel like it would scare you away. If not scare you away, it would just be something that you would find like very unappealing and could possibly change the way that you look at them. Okay, they love the way you look at them now. Okay, they don't want that to change. They don't want your perception of them to change, and there's something that they're hiding, okay, of themselves, that they're like, if pile one spends every day with me or has even more quality time, they're gonna see this, and pile one's not gonna like it. Pile one might end up abandoning me or something. But we do have the energy here where it says what their like next action is more than likely going to be. It says willing release, and so they might just be like, honestly, pile one, they might just be like, fuck it, right? They might just throw caution to the wind. Yeah, because we have you know, I don't know what they call it. It's a dandelion, but I don't know what it's called before it flowers, right? They're just going to throw it to the wind and be like, okay, let's, you know, fingers crossed, let's hope it works out. You know, they're going to want to, yeah, like, so this is what they're going to do, start spending more quality time with you. Regardless, and yeah, they're going to, basically what I'm hearing is they're going to do it afraid. They're afraid, right, of these skeletons coming out and being very ugly to you and changing the way that you see them, but they're gonna do it anyway. And your person is saying the reason why that is because they're sensing some way, how, shape, or form. They've gotten the impression that if they don't step up and spend more quality time with you, they're gonna lose you anyway. Okay. Again, those are some shadows your person is needing to just face. And I feel like they're going to face them. Again, I'm hearing they're going to throw caution to the wind. They're just going to jump in and do it anyway. They're scared, though. They are scared. They don't want to experience you changing the way that you look and feel about them because of something that they are keeping hidden from you. Feels like a behavior, mostly for a lot of you. Again, addiction could be part of that. And you know, there also, what's coming through is it could just be single. You know, ever hear about single behavior, like, you know, just what it's really like to live with somebody? It's on par with that, because I'm feeling like, let's spend more quality time together. This person is wanting to have you around every day, right? Or have the kind of connection where you are together, maybe not together every day, but at least communicating every day, making you an everyday part of their life, integrating you more into their life, that kind of a thing. But again, and I keep circling around because this is your person really highlighting, there's just some things about them They're afraid of you seeing the monsters in their closet that they've been trying to keep hidden from you. And I'm hearing something about to keep you safe. So it could be talking about some anger issues, okay? For a lot of you, that's what that's talking about. Okay. Um I do want to say there may possibly be a delay here, okay, as they kind of work this out. I am picking up on some hermit energy. So, yeah, I do feel like a lot of you are going to be hearing from your person if you're not already in like communication with them. There could be a delay in actually getting, spending more quality time together, but that's definitely in the works for you guys. All right, pile one. Let's get some messages from them to you, and we'll close out your reading. I will wait for a sign from you. Let me get a couple more. I heard you're worth it. They feel like you're worth it. I feel you leave them. That's what they fear. Let me get one more. Okay, we got, you came closer. Yes, look, you came closer than anyone, and it's showing up right underneath the skeletons are staying in the closet. In the back of the deck, I messed everything up. I know I messed that's what they are so afraid of. Their messages to you, pile one, are largely about what they're afraid of. Okay, they're afraid of messing things up with you. They're afraid that, you're going to really get to know who they are and you're not going to like it. They're afraid of you abandoning them, not looking at them the same way anymore. And you know what? There is a message coming through for those of you where you're wanting something more substantial, more regular, more solid, more consistent with this person. It's like they've been open to it, but they've been waiting for a sign from you. They've been waiting for a nudge or a cue from you. So, for some of you, that's, the green light to go ahead and let this person know that in some way, shape, or form that you want to see them more often. More than what you're seeing now. Okay, for those of you, if it's more along the lines of graduating from one level of commitment to another, same thing. Okay, they're waiting for a sign or a nudge or a cue from you, and then that can kickstart this thing going. It almost feels, yeah, Let me clarify that and see why that might be. Okay. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Whew, man. This is skipping a lot of steps, okay? We just went from, pile one, I want to spend more quality time with you, maybe, let you in a little bit more into my world, to like, I want to give you everything, the sun, the moon, and the stars, and everything I got to give. Again, I was picking up on them, maybe skipping over a few steps, but it's like, I feel like that's what it is. Like when your person knows for sure, pile one, that, you seeing them for who they are, seeing, the skeletons in their closet, the monsters in their closet, whatever the case may be, and they know that you're still sticking around, right? It hasn't changed the way that you looked at him. And maybe it might even be, this, I feel like that, them letting you actually see the skeletons and the monsters, right? And you not going anywhere, and you actually drawing closer to them, or being understanding. At the very least, it doesn't change the way you look at them, right? That's going to be a game changer. It's going to go from let's just spend, some more time together to, okay, let's move in together. Let's get married. I'm telling you, okay. Man, we skipped some steps, and that's exactly I feel like what's going to happen. When they know that you accept them and you love them unconditionally, of course not to say without boundaries, right? Your person's not coming through saying that they want you to be codependent on them or them codependent on you, but you still love them and you still see them the same way. It doesn't affect or change the way that you look at them. They're going to be like, okay, let's do this. Let's get married. Let's have kids. I want to give you my last name, or I want to take on your last name. It's going to go very quickly. Oh. And I feel, Pile 1, like they've actually been wanting this with you for a very long time. This 10 of Pentacles here, marriage, happily ever after, kids, the legacy, everything, okay? And that's coming out from underneath, I want this more than you know. This is what they want. They're offering more quality time together with you in the interim, making sure that, once they open up that closet to you and they expose some of those skeletons and those monsters to you, and you still want that with them, that's when it's going to go from let's just spend some more time together than what we've been spending to let's move in together, get married, have kids, plan this out, start a business together, legacy, all that good stuff. All right. But they're waiting from a sign from you, okay? They're looking to you for direction. All right, Pile 1, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this did resonate, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you want. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Okay, you guys, I will see you at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, Pile 1. What's going on, Pile 2? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. We're tapping into your person's energy. We're channeling their thoughts and feelings towards you and what their next action is more than likely to be. So stick around towards the end of the reading for that. Pile 2, just keep in mind I have Pile 2, keep in mind this is a general reading. Whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't resonating, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating for. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25. Yeah, so check them out and see which one works for you guys the most. Your person's distracted, and you guys were drawn to the Labradorite, which is really flashy. I'm kind of picking up on, that squirrel syndrome. Your person may just be really distracted by things right now, unable to think clearly for whatever reason. We'll see what's going on, but you guys were drawn to the Labradorite kitty. Let's find out what their overall energy is, their overall mood toward you, Pile 2, and this connection. And this card right here is going to be their action, so we'll turn that over when we get to that part. But their overall thoughts and feelings, we got ancestors and surrender. There's a few things coming through, and I'm going to clarify to see which one we're on, but right away I'm hearing their family, your person's friends and family may actually have a pretty large influence or some kind of an impact on this connection. We'll find out though. What's going on with ancestors here? Tell me more about ancestors, Pile 2's person, for your overall mood and thoughts and feelings. Your overall mood for thoughts and feelings. Got the Three of Swords in the reverse. This almost feels like, yeah, okay. All right, okay, yeah. We got the Two of Cups and then coming out with the Three of Swords in the reverse, clarifying ancestors. You guys, your person has picked up some kind of a belief structure or their outlooks on things when it comes to maybe relationships in general, but for some of you, this can be more of a specific message if your person's friends and family somehow got in the way or got in the middle of your guys' connection. Your person is trying to heal that dynamic, not with you, right? I'm hearing damage control, but zooming out and getting as much of a general message as we can, whatever it is that, because I feel like something with your person's friends and family, whether it's just the way they look at things, a belief system, and the example that I'm being given is, your person may have picked up their view of marriage by way of what their parents modeled or what they saw in childhood growing up, and it may have impacted your guys' connection up to this point. But their current mood and their thoughts and their feelings is that they're starting to heal their ideas of that, right? More along the lines where you and them can get on the same page, on equal footing with the Two of Cups here, okay? And that way maybe where surrender's coming in. Let me find out what's going on with surrender. They may just be ready to say F it. Who cares what they think? I want to be with pile two. Pile two and I are, can make each other happy. I want to give this a go with pile two. Let's find out. Tell me more about surrender. They may end up putting somebody in their place, pile two, when it comes to you. So if somebody in their friends, and this is carrying like inner circle vibes, right? Not every friend and not every family member is in our inner circle, but this is talking about your person's inner circle. There seems to be something, okay, somehow, way, shape, or form. Where was I at with? I'm telling you, your person is super distracted. Like regardless of what that inner circle thinks. Oh, I was saying, this feels, and I just heard dangerously close. Your person is saying they are dangerously close to putting someone in their place in their inner circle when it comes to you and their connection with you. So they might have somebody in their ear, pile two, talking against you and or the connection with you, and your person is about to get, they're saying dangerously close to putting that person in their place, okay? So someone's about to get their ass handed to them in your person's inner circle because what feels like, they're talking bad about you or they're talking bad about the connection with you. That may be a little bit more specific, right? Again, to make it a little bit more generalized, your person is saying that they're going to go against whatever it is. They're going to go against whatever it is, whatever has been modeled for them. You guys, I'm picking up all kinds of different storylines. For some of you, you guys may have cultural differences. There may be ethnic differences here, cultural differences, religious differences, political differences, that it's like your person is thinking, or this could be your guys' actual experience for whatever those differences are. Like you're not acceptable in their circle because of those differences. Your person's just getting ready to be like, well, F it. I don't care what they think, what they want, what the differences are. Pile two makes me happy and I want to be happy. Okay. Pretty powerful. Let's see. We're going to move on. Let's find out what now their thoughts and feelings are towards you. They're getting ready to go against their norm. Okay, whatever their norm is when it comes to you. Pile two's person, your honest thoughts and feelings towards pile two, please. What are your honest thoughts and feelings towards pile two right now? Maintaining no contact. Interesting. What are your honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 2? So y'all are not talking right now. Not really. Your person's hanging back. If that's the case, what I'm hearing, pile 2, is your person is wanting to make space for you or wanting to make a way for you, and they're having to put things in their place first, and or people in their place first, okay? They're saying something about it needs to be done delicately. Tell me more. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 2, please. Making you a top priority. Yes. What did I tell you? Give me one more. Your real thoughts and feelings towards pile 2, please. And the sense that I got, pile 2, is up to this point, they have been prioritizing, you know, their friends and family in some way. Prioritizing not making somebody mad in their inner circle, prioritizing not going against the grain when it comes to their inner circle, caring way too much about what someone else's opinions and or impressions of you and this connection are going to be. Your person's like, they F it, you know, and I'm not going to accept it, but I just want to show this. This is happy where I'm at. This is how they feel towards you. They're happy with you. They want the connection with you. No matter what they think or what they say. Let's get one more. For some of you, this is so specific, okay? This is so specific. There's something about an alternative lifestyle here coming through, and primarily what's coming through is like your person being in the closet when it comes to something. Now, that could be about their sexuality. That could just also be, you know, in the closet in regards to their spirituality, what they really think and feel when it comes to, you know, their spirituality, their sexuality. You know, again, put it where it fits, okay, in the context for what fits with you. You know, your person could be, you know, a closet, you know, I don't know, like, they could be in the closet when it comes to their friends and family about something, their real religious beliefs, their true spiritual beliefs, their real sexuality, something like that, okay? Again, super specific, but it's going to resonate for somebody here. Give me one more. And why that's coming out is your person finally, like, coming out of the closet when it comes to stuff like that, okay? And that could be this connection, too. They could have been keeping this connection in the closet, and they're, like, going to come out with it, okay? No longer keeping you a secret, no longer hiding you, making you a top priority, pile 2. Give me one more. Pile 2's person, your honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 2. All right, yeah, this is something someone else has my attention. We'll find out what that is. Could be, again, the inner circle. This is what's holding them up. But it says attention, okay? In this deck, I do have another card that says someone else has my heart. That's not what this says. It says someone else has their attention. At the bottom of the deck, it says, I'm telling you the truth. Okay, so they want you to know that, whatever it is, if you're questioning them, if you're questioning your person, something that they've told you and you're wondering whether or not they're being truthful about it, they're saying yes, they have been truthful about it, they are telling you the truth, okay? Let's see what's going on with something someone else has my attention. I'm hearing them say they're trying to get things worked out. They're trying to work things out in the background. Tell me more about something someone else has my attention. This feels like, okay, so this feels like somebody that your person's having arguments with or disagreements with, and it feels like it's been something that's been ongoing. It's been persistent. They're not dropping it though, okay? I feel for a lot of you, you're not talking to your person, and this is kind of what they're saying to you. It's like, hold on tight, like don't give up, right? It's not that they're not wanting to talk to you. It's they're really having to either tie up some loose ends in the background, set some people straight, you know, maybe even cut ties with certain people. They're trying to make a way for in a space in their life for this connection. They're trying to figure out how to do it in a way that, you know, you and the people in their inner circle, the other people that are closest to them can like coexist together. I'm hearing also something about putting out some fires or needing to put out some fires. For some of you, they're saying, because this is they're connecting it to, you know, something being hidden, you know, coming out of the closet, letting, like, this, for some of you, they already have, okay? They've already come out of the closet about something, and it's like they need the dust to settle a little bit before they actually start bringing you around, okay? Because that is something that's coming through. They do want to bring you around, okay? They want to bring you around, friends and family. That's very specific, but it's here, you know, I mean, it's here on the board with ancestors. They're trying to figure out a way. They don't want to keep you isolated from their friends and family in their inner circle anymore. They want to include you more in their life, okay? But there may be maybe a couple of people within their inner circle that they're needing to, like, set straight about a few things, okay? And that's what that's about. But again, this feels like something that's been ongoing. Ongoing with pile 2. This is something that's been ongoing with your connection with pile 2. I'm hearing no. Let me clarify though. Yeah, this has been something, and honestly, your person isn't seeing like that. They don't actually feel, they don't think that things are actually going to be resolved. Your person is seeing this as being a fight that's going to be continuing on, and your person is trying to figure out the best way to go about, you know, making things work between the two of you, you know, when there seems to be opposition somewhere within their inner circle, okay, when it comes to this connection for some reason. And at the back of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands showing up in the reverse. That's surrender again. Again, they're just going to be like, fuck it. I'm just, you know, I'm hearing this in my head. Your person is saying to somebody, I don't want, this is what I'm hearing them say to whomever this person is in their inner circle. I don't want you to be disappointed. I don't want you to be mad. I don't want you to be mad. And I don't want you, you know, to close the door on this connection because, you know, I'm choosing to be with pile 2 and move forward with pile 2, but that's just what I'm going to do. It's not what I want. I don't want you to be upset. I don't want you to be mad, but I'm not going to let that keep me from being happy. I'm not going to let that, whoever they're talking to, they're not going to let they're not going to let that person's opinions and, you know, feelings about what they're doing with you hold them back from being with you anymore, okay? Tell me more about maintaining no contact. Something about confidence with the King of Wands. They just don't feel it's the right time. The energy isn't right. Things could be really volatile right now, and they're just, yeah, that's what they're saying. Things need to settle down. The dust needs to settle. People need to get their head wrapped around whatever it's meaning for your person to be with you and move forward with you in this connection, okay? Yeah, all right. Let's find out now what they are more than likely to, the action they're more than likely to take when it comes to you in this connection. We have close encounters. There might be some risks to your person. Like the next action they're going to take may actually involve some risk. Let's see. I'm going to read from the book real quick, you guys, on that close encounters. Okay. Yeah, definitely letting the mask. I'm telling you, your person has been keeping some things about themselves from people in their inner circle. And their next action is actually, that's what it is to let that mask fall, is to let people know, like, I used to believe this way, I used to have these religious beliefs, but I don't believe those things anymore. Or, coming out of the closet as being whatever, a difference in sexuality, stuff like that. Like that mask, it's not slipping, okay? That they're getting ready to take that mask off and really let the people know in their inner circle like what's really been going on, okay? This again is probably happening in the background. You may not even be aware of it. It may actually even be happening right now, okay? So, outwardly, you may not be hearing a lot from this person. Let me clarify that because I feel like your person is being really quiet right now. So let me find out, when are they more than likely to contact you or reach out. For those of you that want to know, okay. Pretty soon. We got the Queen of Wands coming out. I believe that might be Leo energy. And the Queen of Wands. Let me ask real quick. Sorry, you guys. I'm getting you timing here. I do know that wand energy is the second fastest moving energy. It's fire energy, right? So it can translate into days and weeks. So fairly soon. You're going to hear from this person fairly soon. Yeah, it is most commonly associated with Leo energy. Okay. So there's a few things that's coming through here, and I'll see if I can get another card to kind of depict on that. That's very specific. Leo energy over the summer, right? So that's going to be the last couple of, let's see, about the last week and a half of July, the first 2.5 weeks or so of August. Okay, that's very specific. Could also be during the summer. You might hear, this is a timeless reading, so let's find out what else is going. So Leo season, there's a King of Wands showing up. Fire energy, the next fire energy season, okay? Although it is showing up in the reverse as far as timing. There is some delay. So, it's more than likely going to be weeks, all right, as opposed to days. More than likely, so if you're in the middle of a fire sign season right now, you will hear from them by the time that this fire sign season is up, okay? If not, then just think of the next fire sign season that's coming. You will hear from them before that fire sign season is up. Very specific on that. Fire sign season, okay? Is when you're going to hear from this person again. Yeah, let's find out. All right, let's get some of their messages to you, and then we will close the reading. They're actually taking a lot of action in the interim. You're not seeing it, right? For some of you, though, the very next time you do hear from your person, they are going to relate to you somehow that they've come clean about you and the situation, or they've told their friends and family about you. Even they'll tell you that, okay? For some of you, they'll be like, yeah, I finally told my inner circle, my parents, my siblings, my close friends and family that I'm no longer whatever it may, I'm no longer Muslim, or I'm no longer Christian, or I'm no longer Catholic, or something like that. Something along those lines. It's a very big, or I'm no longer whatever their political affiliation had been up to that point, right? Letting, like, that's their next action. Like, when they do reach out to you, they're going to tell you, right? It's going to be big news. Definitely going to be big news. All right, pile two's person, what do you want pile two to know? I still feel the pain. What do you want pile two to know? They want you to know, pile two, that this was not an easy experience for them. Feeling like they had, or like they have to, like, there's almost like they feel like they have to pick between, like, their inner circle and you. And if that's the case, though, pile two, just know they are picking you, okay? They're standing up for you. They're putting somebody in their place, that spoke. I'm hearing very harshly about you and about this connection. Your person is speaking harshly back, okay? Again, I was picking up earlier, your person is very dangerously close to putting somebody in their place when it comes to you. In a very, like, and they're going to match that person's energy, okay? Let's get one more. Pile two's person, what do you want pile two to know? Ooh, that's a lot. I only wanted one, and 3 came shooting out. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, it says, I feel you, even though we are apart. So your person wants you to know, pile two, that even though the two of you are not talking, you're not really having a lot to do with each other right now, they think about you all the time, okay? Now, I do have, we will be together again, but it's showing up in the reverse, okay? So that does feel like your person is saying, yes, they are going to see you again, but they're not quite sure when. Now, we did tap a little bit into what the timing is more than likely going to be a little bit earlier, but remember, even then, timing can fluctuate, right? We also have so many, yeah, there we go. So many things remind me of you. I was just going to say that, and then we also have I'm not available. And I feel like that's tied to we will be together again. Your person is trying to put out some fires, okay? They're really trying to make space in their life so that, this connection with you can thrive, all right? They want it to thrive. But there's something going on within their inner circle, that environment there, where your person feels like it won't, okay, unless they start setting some things straight. We also have, I daydream about a life with you, and then so many things remind me of you. That's, yeah, and then I feel you even though we are apart, yes. You're with them all the time. I'm hearing they carry the memory of you very close to their heart. That's kind of their way of staying connected to you. For those of you, it's not coming out in the strongest energies, but some of you, your person might actually like check up on you on social media and to see what you're up to, right? For some of you, it's like they're keeping this connection alive through, maybe looking at photos, things that you've sent them, things that you've shared back and forth, and just reliving, the times that you've spent together. But I hear they're trying to put out some fires. I'm also hearing some of them say it's not going that well. All right, you guys. Let me see what it means here by I still feel the pain. We'll clarify that real quick, and then we'll close your reading. Tell me more about I still feel the pain. This may be tied to a masculine in their life, okay? A masculine fire sign. Maybe a father figure, but it could just be somebody that they look up to. What's going on with the King of Wands here? Yeah. Trying to make that person happy. Okay. Your person feels like they're disappointing. There's at least two people, 1 to 2 people that your person feels like they're disappointing. Okay. They're letting down. And they're feeling, they feel the pain of what they did with that person or to that person, in terms of like coming clean, letting that person know that I don't think that way anymore. I don't believe that way. You know, I haven't been honest with you about my sexuality or about, what I really believe when it comes to religion. Stuff like that, okay? It's weighing very heavily on your person's heart right now. And so there's more than just 1 or 2 fires are having to put out. It's fires are having to put out within themselves too, because it's almost like a reckoning. Your person is really having to not just come clean with other people, but they had to come clean with themselves, okay? And so your person's definitely going through it, pile 2. They do have, the intention to reach out. For some of you with close encounters here, they may try to fake like bumping into you somewhere. Okay. Yeah, they may try and bump into you at some place, your place of work, or if you guys have mutual friends, something like that. All right, pile 2, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this resonated, be sure you're doing me a favor. If you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you want to by hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading by pile 2. What's going on, pile 3? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We are channeling your person's thoughts and feelings, as well as their next move towards you in the connection, what it's most likely going to be in the energy that things are in now. So yeah, just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general, so whatever resonates in the reading, take it, run with it. If something doesn't resonate, drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might resonate for. I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box below. I have a lot of $25 readings available in the specific person category, so go check them out. Whatever one fits your needs the most, okay, you guys? So you guys are drawn to the Ametrine, which is amethyst and citrine together in one stone. Let's see, this card right here, we're going to leave that to show what their next action is going to be. Now we're going to find out what their overall energy is towards you at the moment. I am picking up, pile 3, that your person holds you in very high esteem. I just heard something about stick-to-itiveness, so they see you as somebody, they're saying that they see you as somebody that, if you say you're going to do something, they can pretty much count on you doing it. So you're a person of your word. The two of you have some similar interests in things with shared wisdom here, so the two of you may have some things in common when it comes to the way that you see things, the way you perceive things to be, just overall, right? They respect you. I am picking up on that. There's not a lot coming through, though, in terms of like what's going on in their heart space. We'll find out what's going on. Pile 3's person. Excuse me. Pile three's person, what are your honest thoughts and feelings towards pile three? They're saying they know that you would have their back. Okay, you're someone, pile three, you are someone, your person knows it, that they can trust. They know they can trust you. Okay, they do see you in that way. They definitely see you as somebody that, you know, to have in their corner. Very smart. They see you as very smart and wise, very wise as well. Pile three's person, what do you honestly think? What are your thoughts and feelings towards pile three? Okay, that wanted to come out. Am I really your one and only? Okay, give me two more. Your honest thoughts and feelings towards pile three at this time, please. Trust issues. Okay, they got trust issues. They're saying trust issues in general because they do see you as being somebody that is very trustworthy. Okay, they do see you as somebody that, you know, again, if you, like, they trust you. Like, if you promise them something, it's like they know you're going to deliver. Okay, so they got trust issues overall, and it could be stemming from like, you know, trust issues in terms of like, are you cheating on me? Am I the only one in your life? Pile three. Is there anyone else? So I am kind of picking up on a little bit of a detachment on your person's side, because I can kind of feel them, like they have these nice things to say about you, and they even genuinely see you that way, but it's like they're not allowing you to get too close to them, right? Heart-wise. I'll be honest, I'm not even really picking up on a bond or a connection here in terms of, like, you know, heart space wise. Like, yeah, the two of you can have some pretty cool conversations and stuff, but I'm not picking up on any kind of a bond or a soul tie or a connection. I'm not saying that it's there. I'm almost feeling like your person holding you at arm's length so that you don't, right? Almost like, yeah, pile three is cool, but that's the extent. That's like they're not going to let it go past that point, or they're not letting it go past that point. Give me one more. Pile three's person, your honest thoughts and feelings towards pile three. Yeah, you should let me go. Yeah. At the bottom of the decks, it says, I forgive you. All right. So, I mean, if you guys did have any kind of issues or anything like that, your person is wanting to let you know they're not holding any grudges. That's water under the bridge, they're saying. What is going on here? Let me clarify what's going on with, am I really your one and only? Whoa, no. Hold on. These are organized. Your person's all over the place. Pile three. Yeah, they're all over the place. Definitely needing to get organized. Tell me more about, am I really your one and only? What's that in reference to? Tell me more about, am I really your one and only? Your thoughts and feelings towards pile three. They got their defenses up. Okay, yeah. I'm not saying that there isn't a bond or a connection or anything like that, but your person's not allowing themselves to really participate in it or connect to it, or really allow that bond to have any kind of a impact or something like that, right? For some of you, your person is actively doing what needs to be done to keep a bond from forming in this connection with them. Okay, I am picking up a sense, pile three, where your person almost prefers to keep things light. They have trust issues. They don't trust people overall. And even with you, they trust you to a certain point. Maybe it's like, because I was picking up on like your person, I almost called them your friend. I'm picking up on this where your person with you, pile 3, and just with connections in general, you know, yeah, you make a great friend. And I almost feel like that's what they're doing. It's like they're friend zoning you and they're friend zoning this connection. Not to say that they don't, right, have sex with you, or you guys don't have like a friends with benefits or a situationship dynamic going on, but they're not allowing it to go past that point. I can't even really tell you what their feelings for you are, because they're not even allowing themselves to acknowledge or recognize that they even have any, okay? Beyond just, you know, friendship, beyond them just seeing you as somebody that's highly respected. They know that they can trust you again, right? But there's a certain line where they're like, they trust you as a friend, or maybe they trust friendships, but they don't trust romantic relationships. They don't trust romance. Once romance get involved, that's when they're like, they start to have problems and issues trusting. And so, you know, if you feel like you're caught in a friends with benefits or a situationship type of dynamic with your person, pile 3, that's almost by design, okay? Tell me more about trust issues. Pile 3's person. Tell me more about trust issues. Yeah, I mean, they know what their trust issues are. They may even be aware that they are getting in their own way and getting in the way of them being able to really find happiness. They're even aware that those trust issues are, let me see. Yeah, getting in the way of their happiness with the star in the reverse. Your person is very consciously aware that they have trust issues, and what those trust issues are, you know, what they're doing in your person's life. Your person may have a deep desire to want to draw close. You know, I'm not even going to say to you, I'm just talking in general, because I don't know. I'm just trying to be honest, you know, with the energy that's coming through. Your person is not, at this point in time, okay, it could change as the reading goes on, but at this point in time, your person's not even, they're not acknowledging that there's anything, that there's a bond there, that there's feelings there, or anything like that. They're acknowledging like a respect, right? A respect for you. And they're acknowledging that, you know, at least intellectual wise, and maybe even when it comes to wisdom, like they see you as a match in that way, but that they're not, it's not going beyond that. Okay. And at this point, pile 3, I can't tell you right now, like I said, it might change. I can't tell you if it's coming through that way, because there really isn't any feelings beyond that for your person, or if they're just cutting themselves off and not even allowing themselves to admit that there are feelings. Okay, I don't know yet. Tell me about You Should Let Me Go. Why is that here? Tell me more about You Should Let Me Go. Why do you think pile 3 should let you go? They're saying it's because of these trust issues. They're saying your person is almost, not almost, I'm picking up on it. They're holding these trust issues very close to the vest for that reason. Those trust issues in your person's eyes, pile 3, keeps them safe from really attaching to someone, really letting people in, and that's where they feel safe. And so they're like, you know, they're coming from a space of pile 3, like, pile 3, if you want something more than what we have already, they're telling you point blank, they're fine where they're at. They don't want to go anywhere beyond, okay? Whatever it is you guys have, they don't want to move past that at all. And so that's why they're saying, if that's what you want, pile 3, you should just let me go and go find your happiness elsewhere. Anything to add for You Should Let Me Go? Yeah, King of Wands in the reverse. I mean, there's a little bit something coming through here, because that's not really what they want, okay? at all with the King of Wands in the reverse. They're not what this is coming through, because the King of Wands in the upright position says it with their whole chest, right? The King of Wands stands on business, but they're coming up as the King of Wands in the reverse. They're not saying that with their whole chest. They don't really want you to let them go. They don't really want you to give up on it. But they're just trying to be realistic and have some kind of integrity when it comes to you, because they know that you are full of integrity, right? And they are wanting to match your energy in some way, but they are the business that they are standing on, pile 3, when it comes to, you know, this connection and just romantic connections in general. They're not right now. They're not gonna let anybody get close to them because of these trust issues. But they're also using those trust issues as a shield on purpose. Okay. Hierophant in reverse at the back of the deck. Yeah, if you're wanting marriage with this person, they're like, no, absolutely not. That's a hard no coming from your person. I'm not feeling any leniency on that whatsoever. They're saying no, absolutely not. Yeah, so your person is telling you to let them go if, you know, your heart is set on something more dynamic than what you got going on with them right now, especially if you're wanting like a future with, like, you know, marriage and, you know, a stable commitment and stuff. They're like, no, they're not even apologetic about it, you guys. I'm just, you know, letting you know what the energy is coming through. Let's see, what is going on with the action they're likely to take. We got a tall tale. I mean, quite frankly, that's talking about lies. Telling lies. Let me see what the book says. Give me a minute, you guys. They definitely see you as somebody that deserves better, but they have no intention at this point in doing better and being better for you. Let's see, tall tale. Says denial, concealing the truth so you can manipulate and control a situation, fear-based communication, creating a narrative to hide behind, not allowing the fear of what others will think to influence your words, learning to communicate from a place of authenticity. Give me a minute, you guys. Okay. This book does mention hiding. One of the things, you know, being lied about is hiding an active addiction, and you guys were drawn to the amethyst, which is, you know, if you look up the word amethyst, I think it translates having something to do with like alcohol, like substance abuse. Okay, so that could be something else that's impacting this connection. Of course, it's, you know, that might be more of a specific message. So if that doesn't resonate, then obviously that wasn't for you. Your person, their next action literally is to lie about something. You know, I'll see, because this could just be talking about, you know, them lying to themselves. And if they're lying to themselves, they're gonna lie to you. Okay, tell me more about a tall tale, please. Pile 3's person, clarify a tall tale. Oh, there's the King of Wands in the reverse again. It's about themselves. This also feels like they're lying to themselves. So what's the truth that you're lying about? Ooh, the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Is this Queen of Wands in the reverse? Is that talking about pile 3? I just heard yes. Okay. Let me see. Okay. All right. Well, you know, the truth is kind of starting to come out a little bit. What they're not telling the truth about is just how perfect and how well matched together the two of you are. What they don't want you to know about, you know, is actually how fearful and how confident they're not, right? They put on a good front, and what they don't want you to, and that entire front they're saying is like it's a lie. So I mean, this feels like, you know, whatever this tall tale is, it feels like it's been something they've been perpetuating. And for this to come through in terms of like what their next action is going to be, it's just like they're going to just continue to lie about something, sweeping something under the rug. I'm still not picking up though, because they're not allowing themselves to. I can't nail down whether or not this lie that they're telling has anything to do with their real feelings for you. I mean, this feels like they see you as somebody that could be a perfect match to them on the surface, but I mean, again, these are both coming out in the reverse, so I'm not picking up on, and maybe I just need to let that go, right? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, does this just mean that you don't really have any feelings for pile 3, or are there feelings there, but you're not allowing yourself to, you know, not acknowledging to themselves, so of course you're not going to acknowledge them to pile 3. I'm not picking up on anything. You know, with the 9 of Wands coming out in the reverse, I mean, this is coming back to that you should let me go. Like, they don't really want you to give up on them and on the connection, but they have no intention on moving off of, you know, whatever it is, or keeping so close to the vest, to these trust issues, right? Let's see what their messages are to you, and then we'll close your reading out. We'll see if that brings forth anything here. Fuck. Okay, so we have I do love you, but it's showing up in the reverse. We'll find out why that is. Okay, give me 2 more, your messages to pile 3. Because that could either mean that they love you, but they don't want you to know that, or that could literally mean I don't love you, so I need to find out what direction that's going in. Give me a couple more. I want to make amends. Okay. They want to do right by you and by the connection. And if they have something to, you know, I mean, it may be related to whatever that I forgive you is coming out in the reverse, not reverse, but it's at the bottom of the deck. It's not the, you know, and then it says I compare others to you, but that's showing up in the reverse as well. I almost want to say this is your person trying to minimize the impact that you have on. There we go. I had my feelings at the back of the deck. Fuck. It took the very end of this reading to really, okay, that's what it is. Your person does not want you to know exactly what it is that they're feeling, okay? Hold on, though. Before I say that, let me find out, okay, what are your true feelings then when it comes to pile 3? Pile 3's person, what are your true feelings when it comes to pile 3? What, the feelings that you're hiding, what are they? If it's nothing, just say it's nothing. If it's love, just say it's love. What is it? What are you hiding for pile 3? Ooh, yeah. The Empress, okay. Oh, man, that's how they see ya. I'm also hearing be very careful. This person sees you as very abundant. They do see you as very attractive. But with the Ten of Cups in the reverse coming out with that, I'm just hearing your person saying, but not for me. They see you as wife material, okay? Husband material, spouse material, wedding material, whatever, marriage material, but just not for them. You're not there happily ever after, they're saying, okay? So with that being said, I am going to venture out and say that, you know, I will clarify, but it does seem that your person is coming through very clearly saying they love you, but they don't love you like that. Or maybe even that they care about you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they care about you, they respect you as a person, but that's the extent of it. It doesn't go any deeper. Like, their feelings aren't really coming through because there isn't deeper feelings. They don't have deeper feelings, okay? Tell me more about I don't love you in the reverse. Let's just clarify that. If this is triggering you in any way, pile 3, you know, be sure to check the description box below. I have another channel here on YouTube. You know, if you're feeling very attached to this person and hearing these things makes you feel any kind of a way of, you know, not to say that it wouldn't, right? If, you know, it would, I would definitely feel a type of way. So, if this is triggering anything, you can definitely work through those triggers, okay? I have another channel here on YouTube. It's linked in the description box below, but there's 2 specific videos I want you to check out. It'll kind of help you sift through, work through, dissolve whatever these harsh feelings might be, or whatever it is you might be feeling as a result of, you know, hearing some of the stuff that's coming out here, especially hearing that, you know, the person that's on your mind they don't think and feel the way for you that maybe you do for them, right? It's not mutual, especially if it's coming through as like an unrequited love kind of a vibe here. If you feel any type of way about that, you know, my other channel will help you clear through that, process it so that it's not hurting anymore. You can get over it faster, okay, and move on faster. Legitimately, right? Not like not like wishing you can move on, but actually moving on. Like, you can do it on purpose. There's a way that you can do that. It doesn't have to take ages and time and all that stuff. In fact, you know, a lot of people that are going through, you know, really harsh things can be like not understanding why they're having such a hard time moving on, okay? I can help you with that on my other channel. So in the description box below, there's 2 videos. The first one I want you to watch, or I recommend watching, is how to stop manifesting separation. The second video is the process by which to do that, called Releasing the Wands. That will help you clear through anything that might be popping up as a result of finding out that more than likely the person that, you know, is on your mind, they're not feeling the same love for you that you might be feeling for them, okay? Definitely an unrequited love coming through, vibe coming through in this reading. All right, I do love you in reverse. Tell me more about that. Oh, you're not it, you know? That's pretty much what's going on here. Yeah. There's even an energy coming through of them almost wishing, and, you know, I don't even want to say that because they're using these trust issues to pretty much keep them distanced away from everybody. With the Knight of Pentacles that was coming up with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, they're okay doing things the way that you're doing them now, right? Keeping things very casual, very light and on the surface, and you know, we can just have more of a friendship kind of a thing, you know. And if you're open to it, add, you know, some sexual stuff in. That's it though. They don't want to go past that. That's it, okay? But just putting it plainly for you guys, the energies that's coming through, okay? Your person, they're not in love with you. That's not the energy that's coming through. They're not necessarily saying that they want to let you go, but I mean, they'll make peace with it. It's one of those things, like, you know, they're saying, yeah, it would kind of suck if, you know, me and pile 3 don't talk anymore, but it is what it is. You know, they don't have any intention of, you know, making anything more out of this connection than what it is. And so they understand why you would, you know, find what you're wanting elsewhere, since you're not going to be able to get it from them, okay? Anything to add for, I want to make amends. What's that about? They know they're, you know, they kind of know they're hurting you. They're definitely wanting to apologize for something, or just, you know, maybe apologize for being so closed off. There's genuine care here. This person does care about you, but I'm just not picking up on, you know, anything deeper than that. What's I compare you to others in the reverse? What is that? Yeah, they don't. That's why. This can also mean, and this is going to be harsh, you guys, okay? It's going to be harsh. So, I mean, if you guys are already triggered, I'm going to tell you right now, you can go ahead and just click off and go check out those videos, okay? If you don't know how to process stuff. For those of you where, you know, you're okay with it, there's a harsh and a blunt truth that's coming through here. They've measured and compared you to other people, and the information that's coming through here is that you actually came out lacking. There's something possibly that they're looking for that they're just not finding in you, okay? Because with the 2 of Pentacles coming out, clarifying that, they've actually done that. They've weighed their options when it comes to you and other people, and they've chosen other people, or other people have come out looking better as opposed to you, or something, okay? I'm sorry, that was really hard. Even the Knight of Swords at the back of the deck, yeah, that was a very harsh truth, but that was the message that came through, all right? I'll be honest, I'm not even really digging this person's energy the more that I sit in it. I'm almost feeling like, not that I'm being gaslit, but it's that feeling where somebody, no, they're not even coming through as being very charming. Just very matter of fact and blunt, and maybe trying a little bit to soften some of the blows, but what's coming through, it's like your person's like, okay, well, if you're going to keep asking me questions, then I'm just going to tell you, you know, what the raw, honest truth is. And it's like, you know, the more that we've pressed your person's energy for, you know, what it is they're thinking and feeling, they're just, towards the end here, they're just getting really honest, raw, and blunt. And, you know, the message, pile 3, and I'm sorry to have to give it to you like this, is just like your person's letting you know, pile 3, you don't do it for them like that. You don't do it for them like that. You're somebody that they can hang out with, have awesome communications and conversations with, and you can hold your own when it comes to them intellectually, and when it comes to wisdom and stuff like that. But anything beyond a friendship, they're not interested in, because you don't do it for them like that. Okay, pile 3. We're going to end it there. I just don't feel the need to keep, you know, letting some of these messages come through. You get the gist. All right, so you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this resonated, if you got from this reading what you came here for, make sure that you're taking a moment, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Please don't do the dislike button, okay, just because of the message itself. I can't help that, okay? I can't help the message that comes through. Yeah, anyway, just comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Let me know what you think about the stuff that came through here. You know, if you guys want to vent, go ahead and vent. Okay, yeah, and then become part of the family if you feel led to do so, by hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys.